So if you're a new Etsy seller, you know that feeling, right? It's that mix of just pure excitement and being totally overwhelmed. Well, consider this your personal mentorship session. We're going to cut through all that noise and give you a clear, actionable playbook to help you build your shop with confidence. Let's get started.
Now, you know what? If you're feeling that lack of confidence, you are in very good company. Seriously. Top sellers like Pauline Hagen from Benumade, they started out feeling the exact same way. The real lesson here isn't about having all the answers on day one. It's about putting in the work, learning as you go, and just building that confidence one sale, one step at a time.
Okay, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to start with the common pitfalls you want to avoid. Then we'll cover everything from making an amazing first impression to mastering ads and SEO, and finally getting into the right mindset for long-term success.
First up, let's talk about those new seller pitfalls. Look, by understanding the common mistakes that other people have made, you can build a much stronger foundation for your shop right from the very beginning. These right here are the big 5. We're talking blurry photos, forgetting about search tags, all the way to just giving up too soon. These are the hurdles that trip up so many new entrepreneurs. But don't you worry, we're not just going to list problems. For every single one of these, we've got a solution coming right up in this playbook.
So, let's tackle that first mistake head on. In the world of e-commerce, your product photos aren't just pictures. They are your digital storefront, they're your packaging, and they're your salesperson all rolled into one. Honestly, they are everything.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. As the successful seller Janine Stone says, your photos are the very first thing to either catch or lose the interest of a potential customer. The crucial point is this: great photos stop the scroll. They invite shoppers to come on in.
So how do you take great photos? You don't need a fancy studio, I promise. Just use natural light by a window. Actually, a cloudy day is perfect because it avoids harsh shadows. A simple, plain background makes your product the hero. And make sure you show your item in action. It helps buyers imagine it in their own lives. Oh, and here's a pro tip. Adding descriptive alt text to your images isn't just for accessibility, it's a fantastic boost for your SEO too.
Okay, you've got amazing photos. Now what? Well, we need to get eyes on them. This is where discoverability comes in. I mean, the best product in the world doesn't matter if nobody can find it, right? So let's dive into mastering Etsy ads and search engine optimization, or SEO.
This is the million-dollar question for every single seller, isn't it? On Etsy, you've got 2 main tools to answer it. You've got the fast lane, which is paid advertising, and then you've got the long-term marathon of organic search.
All right, let's break this down. Etsy ads, they give you immediate visibility for a price that you control. It's kind of like putting a giant open sign in your front window. SEO, on the other hand, that's the free, organic way to improve your ranking over time. Think of it like building a fantastic long-term reputation. You know, the best strategies, they usually use a little bit of both.
So what are Etsy ads exactly? Well, it's a super simple pay-per-click system. You set a daily budget, it can be as low as $1, and Etsy promotes your listings all across the site. And the best part? You only pay when an interested shopper actually clicks on your ad. It's that simple.
And getting started is incredibly easy. In your shop manager, it's literally just 4 simple steps. Now, a key tip for beginners. When you get to step 3, don't just advertise everything. Start by promoting maybe your 1 or 2 best-selling items. This focuses your budget where it's going to have the most impact.
Now for SEO, your long-term growth engine. The single most important thing you can do here is to think like your customer. What words would they type into that search bar? Use those keywords everywhere, in your titles, your tags, your descriptions. A great trick is to use multi-word phrases or compound tags like rustic wooden sign instead of just the word sign. And don't forget to check your shop stats. They'll literally tell you which keywords are actually bringing people to your shop.
So, getting the sale. That's just the beginning. The customer experience continues all the way through shipping and delivery. A smooth, professional process is what turns a one-time buyer into a loyal customer for life.
Think about this for a second. The data shows that buyers are a full 20% more likely to go through with a purchase if the shipping is free. This tells us that your shipping strategy isn't just a logistical detail, it's one of your most powerful marketing tools, period.
To create a great shipping experience, you gotta build a simple, repeatable workflow. Start by setting realistic processing times. It's always better to underpromise and overdeliver.
Use Etsy's shipping profiles to save yourself a ton of time. But most importantly, keep your buyer in the loop with tracking info. Proactive communication is the single best way to build trust and prevent issues later on. Okay, let's talk about something that every new seller fears, the dreaded negative review. But I want to reframe this for you. A negative review isn't just a problem. It's a public opportunity to show off your outstanding customer service.
Imagine you see this one-star review pop up. Your heart sinks. Your first instinct might be to panic or get defensive. But this is a solvable problem. It's a chance to show every single future customer who reads it just how professional and helpful you really are.
Here is the playbook for this exact situation. First, take a breath. Then, and this is so crucial, message the buyer privately. Don't respond publicly yet. See if you can find a solution together. Buyers can actually change their review before you post a public reply. Now, if you can't resolve it, your public response should be calm, professional, and helpful for future shoppers to see.
And here's the thing, you're not alone in this. Etsy's Purchase Protection Program is a huge safety net. For qualifying issues, like a package lost in transit, Etsy might refund the buyer at no cost to you. The whole process starts when the buyer contacts you for help, so it really just reinforces that proactive customer service we were just talking about. Okay, so we've covered photos, ads, SEO, and customer service. But the final piece of the puzzle, it's not a tactic, it's a mindset. Building a real business takes time, patience, and persistence. This quote from Mara Saponich, man, it hits hard. 85%. Success on Etsy isn't an overnight explosion. It's a slow burn. It's all about showing up, doing the work, and not giving up when things get tough in those first few months.
So let's recap our playbook. Treat your photos like your most valuable asset. Balance that short-term boost you get from ads with the long-term power of SEO. Turn shipping into a trust-building experience. View tough feedback as your chance to shine. And above all else, just stick with it.
Because that's really what this is all about. It's a marathon, not a sprint. There are going to be challenging miles, but every single step forward is progress. With this playbook in hand, you have the tools not just to start, but to keep going and build something you're truly proud of. Now, go get started.